Hello everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life and welcome to the 1st of July. Happy Canada Day if you're Canadian. It's almost 4th of July if you're American. And today is the start of what I hope to be a very crazy, fun, busy summer on my channel. So we are going to go ahead and kick it off with a Cutfile Wednesday. I kind of did a couple of these. My plan is to show you how I deal with cut files myself, because I probably deal with them just a tiny bit different than other people, as I don't like to make them massive features on my layouts all the time. That being said, they do sometimes, but not all the time. I am combining that today with a sketch from Chamel for Sara's series, and it is basically combining them. So hopefully you see the sketch up in the corner there. And my plan is to go ahead and take some of this cut file, figure out where I want to cut it, and use that as where you see the triangles where the photos will be. Now, I don't know where my photos are gonna go yet. I haven't gotten that far, so hopefully within the process, we will figure that out together. But this is my starting off point, and I put it on a piece of pattern paper just so you can really see the cut file. This cut file has been sitting in its little box, and because it was 12 by 12, my box isn't 12 by 12, so it has a little bit of damage. So right away, we know we're gonna trim this part. And I think it almost gives me the line I need. I'm just debating if I'm gonna cut here or if I'm gonna cut here. So what type of, if I'm gonna make it more rectangular or square. So we will see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get you on fast forward and we'll see what happens. Make sure you check over on Sarah's channel today to see how she takes on this sketch from Chamel. Right, Barrett? Yes. I love this series from her. It's so much fun and I'm excited to join in with her. I'm actually joining in with her 3 times this month, so yay! And I'm just gonna show you Mr. Barrett so you know where the music, all that lovely sound is coming from. It's okay, it's okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Say hi. All right, let's get on fast forward. All right, hopefully you enjoyed that little look into Mr. Barrett there. So like I said, I'm just going to simply start by doing the thing that's the easiest. Is I know I have to get this cut file into a square of some kind. So I'm going to do this part first, thinking maybe I can use it for something. We'll see. But I knew that one. And then I go ahead and I cut the bottom because I know kind of where I want that one to look at. And then I debate, am I going to do the rectangle or the square? I do decide to go square-ish instead of the rectangle. I liked the aesthetic of the way that looked better. In the end, I just think it's going to work out better. So, okay, I've got the square down. Now, the trick to do is I have to take out all these little pieces that came with it because I want to, of course, back it with my own pattern papers. And I am so proud of myself because I am going to use these 2x2 squares from the the Turn the Page collection. So how long ago was that? And I'm going to use them to back most of this cut file, and you're going to watch a little bit of it. I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing. I am not the person to watch to back cut files. I probably don't do it right. So there are tons of other people who do cut files way more justice than I do. Go check them out on how to back them properly. But for me, I just I try to make the square bigger than the actual inside, but shorter than, so it doesn't peek through. I use glue, like liquid glue, and I glue it down. So that is how I deal with them. I am trying to make this super fun and playful. At the moment, I have no idea what my photos are. No clue. So I kind of just grabbed a little bit of all of the colors and decided as I was going along that what I want to use are more of the boyish colors, although you can see there's quite a mix there. But I want to use them because I have these 2 photos from Jackson's birthday party this year, and it happened before. His birthday was in January, so before the pandemic. And it turned out that I told him he could invite 2 friends and we would go to one of the indoor play places. And the one we had originally wanted to go to was more like their
their age, a little bit more for older kids. We arrived there and it was closed, so that was fun. That was part one of the adventure. The second thing is we had invited 2 kids. Both moms had said yes, but then I was never able to actually communicate with the second mom about the date and time and pickup and all of that. So he didn't get to come because I was never able to communicate with her. So my fail, but in the end, it was totally fine. Sometimes we all know that 3 can be a crowd. So it worked out perfectly. This little boy that you see in the photos, this was Jackson's best friend in kindergarten. So they had a ton of fun. They spent lots of time together. They got to have Happy Meal for dinner, and they just had lots of fun. And they got along the whole time, which was huge for 6-year-olds. So that was awesome. And you can see I added that colorful mixed media type piece there. So that is when Vicki Boutin first came out with her watercolor paper, the cardstock paper. That is the original, like lining, opening page to it. I can't think of what you call that. And I just simply trimmed it and used that for my background, and I felt like it worked perfectly. Now, one thing I will mention is you may be asking me, Christy, you're not the biggest fan of red, so why didn't you rotate it so you could cover up more of the red? Because we all know that I don't love that color. And it's true, I don't love that color, and probably any other circumstances, I probably would have covered it up more of the red than the blue. But red is Jackson's favorite color, or at least one of them. And so this is about him, not about what I want in my scrapbooks. And so I did try to highlight a little bit more of the red. It also gave me a built-in visual triangle because I had that little pop of red in some of the backed cut file there. So I'm liking the way it's going. I think you can kind of get the idea of where I'm bringing in the sketch from, right? I've got the long strip of polka dot paper, which is kind of where the journaling would be if I was going to do all that writing. I'm not. There's not that much to say about this. It's a boy's 6th birthday party. It doesn't need a whole lot. And now I'm just going to play with some embellishing. And one thing that I did see in the sketch that I'm going to bring in is the idea of stars. I liked how Shamel had them, and she has them in a beautiful visual triangle, which makes my heart so happy. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do mine in a diagonal. And I'm going to put the rest of my title, so it says Hello Party, just right underneath the photo. Now that word party makes me so happy because that is part of something I've been trying to work with and get used up. So I've used 2 of the 4 words from that I had left over in that line. So super happy with that. Now I'm just going to simply put a little bit on each one of the stars, and that's going to wrap up my layout. Please make sure you head on over and check out what Sara did for today. And I had so much fun playing with this. I think this is a great way to use a cut file. So keep that in mind when you're trying to use yours as well. Use it in a sketch. See everyone really soon. Bye.